All right. Video going. Let's see. Hold on one second, guys. I'm gonna be right back. Be right back. I have some awesome gems and nuggets to drop on you. 1 second. I just had to get some coconut water that I love so much that I don't know, I just love coconut water so much, guys. But yeah, what I'm going to talk to you guys about in this live video today is that the whole business of sales, right, of selling and stuff like that, because people have the wrong stigmatism on sales, on the profession of selling stuff, and they don't realize that, you know, we're already salespeople, right? Every single day when we go out and socialize with people, honestly, we're selling something, right? We may not realize it or pick up on the fact of how we're selling or how we're persuading, and we're getting people to see things our way in certain ways every single day, right? Now, see, even if you're a person who's like, if you think of like a pastor, for example, a pastor is a salesperson, right? I think a lot of people, they're afraid of the sales profession, but what they don't realize is that you got to be selling every day as long as you're a human being. It just depends on how you use it in business to get better in business, to be able to make more and more money off of a sales career, right? Now, the most secure industry out there is the industry of sales, right? Because it's like your money is unlimited, because you have a skill set where you can honestly make money forever when you're in sales. And that's the beauty of sales, is that it's a profitable business, right? It's not a industry that goes by wages, right? Wages is where you earn, you get paid by the hour. But in the profession of sales, online business and stuff, you don't get paid by the hour. You get paid by your value, and you get paid profit, right? So when you make sales, you're earning profit. But think about it this way, right? For example, a pastor is a salesperson because he has to sell you on the idea of the religion, right? Whatever religion it is that he's talking about, he's selling you every single time you go to church or a mosque or wherever you go to your religious place of worship. The pastor, a preacher, is selling you on something, right? Whether you believe it or not, right? Children are awesome salespeople, right? They get their parents to buy them stuff, right? They get their parents to get them that toy that they love. Think about in relationships, right? If you see a hot girl or a hot guy out there that you're trying to get with, and you're trying to build a relationship with, and you're serious about getting to know that person, you have to sell yourself to that person. The fact that, you know, I'm the one for you, I'm good enough for you, I can be your significant other, and you have to literally sell them on that idea, right? You may not be getting paid for it or anything like that, but it's the same concept of business, right? It's the same concept of what we do here with making money online. We're selling people on an idea, right? Or giving people a new perspective on things. Or see, a lot of people got the wrong perception on selling. They think that selling and closing sales is something that you do to the prospect. No, selling and closing sales is something that you do with and for the prospect, right? There's a big difference, right? It's not to the prospect. We're not selling and doing it to the prospect. We're doing it with and for the prospect. Why is that? I'm going to tell you and explain to you why that is. People in the world have a need, right? And depending on what their needs are, right? And they have wants too, right? Not always needs. People make decisions off of their wants all the time. Probably more than their needs, right? Think about how many times you needed something, but you kept putting it off. You didn't get it, right? But when you wanted something, iPhone 7 or a video game or some new Jordans or something, you went right to the store and you went and got it, right? So that goes to show you that, in this business, like, you can just spark a desire within people, a desire that they already have. You got to realize in life, everybody has problems, right? And when you're a salesperson, all you're doing is providing the solution to whatever problems it is that person has, right? And this is what makes the world go round, is the business of sales, right? If you don't make sales, if a deli doesn't sell anything, how do they get profit? If you know, if a car dealership doesn't sell any cars, how do they make profit? If a real estate office doesn't sell any homes, how do they make profit, right? Think about anything out there, any business out there. Aren't they selling something? There's something being sold. But the reason why that something sells is because it's solving a problem. It's solving a problem. You got to realize that. You have to realize that in this profession, you're really just a problem solver as an entrepreneur. You're a problem solver. That's what your goal and your objective is to solve problems and help people to make the right decision to change their life, better their future, better their circumstances, better their income, better whatever it is that they're trying to do, right? So when you're selling and closing, you're doing it for the prospect. It's for the benefit of them, right? When people look at selling as convincing, it's not the same. Convincing is not selling, right? Persuading is a better word. It's not, selling is not convincing, right? Because you don't have to convince somebody on something they already want or something they already need. You don't have to convince anybody about that. They know that. That's the beauty of selling. You don't have to convince anybody they need or want something. They already know what they need or want, right? And that's when people have the mindset of, oh, I gotta convince. No, you only feel like you have to convince when you're not learning the skill sets of selling and how to get people to see your product or service as a solution to their problems. Now, how do you get better at selling, right? How do you get better at closing sales and just being a salesperson? What do I mean? Do I mean that you have to go to every family event or something like that, selling something to nobody? No, I don't do that, right? I don't even talk to people in my family or like that about my business all the time, right? I really don't. I'm more so socialized and just have a good time when I'm out in public. But at the end of the day, this is a real skill set and a real true profession that if you do master selling, like there's no way to get out of selling. If you can get out of selling, you could try, but there's no way to get out of it because you're going to be doing it every day of your life. Think about when you had to go to the interview for that job, right? Think about that, right? Didn't you go to that interview, you put on your nice clean suit or your nice clean, tie and stuff like that. And what you did in that interview was you sold the interviewer, right? The person who was about to hire you at that job. You sold the interviewer on the idea that you were a good worker. Did you not? Did you not? Think about that for a second. You sold the interviewer at whatever job you're at right now or wherever job you're trying to get. You sold them on the fact that I'm good. You should hire me. I'm a good worker. You should hire me. I'm the one. You're a salesperson. You're looking for jobs. You're out there doing interviews. You're a salesperson, whether or not you want to believe it. Think about a lot of you going to school for degrees and stuff like that. You're a salesperson. You're building up some type of resume, some type of credibility through school, right? To get a degree so that when you apply to these big jobs later on in life, you can sell your credibility, right? So that's the same way making money online works. There's no difference than going to school for 4 years or 12 years, whatever amount of years you go to school for to get a degree or a high school diploma. It's no different. You're trying to build some type of credibility to be able to sell yourself to the world when you get older. Like, look, man, I got some value within me. I want the world to know I got value within me. So if you're doing that at a job, it's the same thing as making money online, right? All I do every day is let people know, look, I have value to share within me, right? I do these videos, right? And nobody's watching these videos will watch it and be like, oh no, this is not real information. They know it's valuable information that I'm just speaking from the heart with. So they follow me and they listen to me, and it makes it more of an easier process, the business, right? Because I get to help people, and at the same time, people get to help themselves. And at the same time, we all get to help other people and move on the freedom journey together, right? And that's a beautiful thing. But we got to get out of this mindset of like, selling is such a foreign thing, because it's not a foreign thing. Every single day of your life, you're doing it. When you talk about sports, right? Think about some of you love football. I know I love basketball, and I know some of you like, basketball as well. And when I argue with my friends about different teams and sports that I love, I'm selling them on why my team is better. I'm selling them on the fact that, this team is going to win the Super Bowl, or that team is going to win the championship, and here's why. It's the same difference as business. I don't look at it as any difference. It's just a matter of realizing all right, I'm still selling in business. It's just now I'm selling a product or service to somebody who needs it. They need a solution. They need some type of change in their life. And then as long as I can provide that solution to what they need, you can make a sale, right? But you got to realize that entrepreneurs and the business of selling, we're like the highest taxpayers, right? People in the business of sales, they're the highest taxpayers. They have like the least, they have the least rate of suicide. If you look it up, the least rate of suicide, and stuff like this, right? And this is a profession that you can get better and better at every single day, right? Like every single day, at least an hour, about an hour on average, I'm reading on something, I'm learning something new, right? I'm listening to audios, I'm plugging into some training, I'm learning something new every single day in my business. And that's because I know that the journey of entrepreneurship, well, I know that entrepreneurship is a journey. It's not a destination like so many people may think. So many people think entrepreneurship is like a place. Once I get here, I'm never going to be an entrepreneur again. Like, no, it's a journey. It's a journey of constant growth, a journey of constant education, and a journey of just getting better and better and better. And the more educated and the more you grow, the more secure and financially secure your future is going to be. Why is that? Because the more you know and the more you learn and the more educated you are, the more effective you are. The more effective you are, the more sales and money you're going to make in your life, period. The more sales, the more money, the more prosperity is going to come into your life. So when you're educating yourself and you're making it a point to learn this profession and get better at the business and stuff like that, what happens is you step away from being fearful and you start being more and more faithful and you start believing more and more, because the more education you get on your whatever it is you're doing, the more confidence you're going to gain, right? You're going to have confidence because you're not going to be afraid anymore, because you're going to know how to do this. You're going to know how to do that. You're going to know how to speak to people, right? You're going to know how to close sales, right? You're going to know how to do certain things that most people in the world don't know how to do. And unfortunately, many people don't realize that when you invest in yourself, you're changing your life. And that's one of the most unfortunate things in this world, is that many people don't realize how investing in them as a person, right? Like, we're the temple of our life, right? Like ourselves, like me as a human, like I can control how I react to every situation and how I conduct myself socially and in business by what I feed my mind, right? I can control that, because the better I get with my mind, the better I get with my business, the better I get with other people, the better I get with other areas of my life, not just in business, right? So what that allows me is more security the older and older I get, because I'm learning more and more and more. So the more and more effective I'm getting. So the same can happen for you. You got to believe that, but it's just how you look at things. Do you look at investing in yourself as a bad thing? Are you afraid to invest in yourself? Because if you're afraid to invest in yourself, you're afraid of doing the number one thing that could change your life, investing in yourself. That's the number one thing that could change your life. There's nothing other than investing in yourself that could change your life, right? If I want to be one of the best basketball players, I got to invest in myself. Right? If I want to graduate from that college, I got to invest in myself, right? If I want to become the best doctor in the world, the most successful doctor in the world, I got to invest in myself. If I want to be the best football player, I got to invest in myself. If I want to be a barber, a successful barber, I got to invest in myself, right? Time, money, effort, right? These are the things we invest to get better and to get more proficient at something, right? So this is what this whole business is about. It's just getting better each and every day. Right? I'm telling you, if you guys have any coconut water, this stuff is like some good stuff. If you have any supermarkets nearby your home or something like that, and you like coconut water, something refreshing, I recommend getting this. This stuff. This stuff is some good stuff. But yeah, like I was saying, yeah, try to get out of sales if you can. I mean, if you use it to your advantage in business, it's going to be awesome for you. You're going to experience an awesome life. You're going to experience an awesome income. You're just going to experience a great future if you take your business seriously and you educate yourself on a daily basis. People are afraid in the world because they're just not educated, right? There's no excuse today of why you can't be extremely educated on whatever you're doing to the point where you're super successful. There's no excuse. And the reason why is because we're in an information age. Anything I want to know right now, I'm literally a couple keypads away from figuring it out, getting educated on it, getting information on it. A couple finger buttons presses away from any information I want today. We're in an information age, right? We have the best technology today than ever before. We can make money faster than any other time and period. But still, it doesn't matter. Most people don't see education as something most people don't see education as a lifelong commitment. Most people's education stops after they get out of school, right? And then they rely on that job and they don't learn anything else. They don't learn how to create for themselves. They don't learn how to become financially free. They don't learn about credit. They don't learn how to leverage their income. All of the stuff we don't learn in school, you can teach yourself, right? Teach yourself to become way more at an advantage than other people, right? See, that's what you're really in this game for. You're really in this game to become smarter and more intelligent, right? Because what's that going to do is allow you a better lifestyle. It just is. It's going to allow you a more fun lifestyle. It's going to allow you to get closer to your dreams and visions. And it's just going to allow you to step into your power, right? Step into your power with whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. Your overall lifestyle is going to be better when you're educating and getting your skill sets down, guys. So that's what I got to say is that, like, you know, you're a salesperson. If you're an electrician, you're a salesperson, right? I don't care what you're doing. You're in real estate, you're a salesperson. You sell homes, right? You own a car dealership, you're a salesperson, right? But the key and most important part of the sales process, right? When you're making sales, the most important parts of the sales process is you, the person making the sale, right? The person talking to the prospect is you. If you work on you, the most important part to the whole sales process, more and more, the sales process is going to get better and better for you. You're going to close more sales. Right? I'm saying it again. If you work on you, which is the most important sales process of the sales process, you're going to be able to close more and more sales easier and easier over time the more you learn. But you're the most important part of the sales process. The sales process, like I said before, isn't something you do to the prospect. A sales process is something you do with and for the prospect, right? That's what it's for. And one of the main things I always say to people is, like, if you want to be a good salesperson, focus on having a good heart. Focus on having a good heart. Seriously, you might say, John, how the hell does having a good heart have to do with sales? Well, to be honest with you, it's character. Character. People buy you first and foremost before they buy anything you're selling or any service you're promoting. You. That's who they buy very first and foremost. They look at the person who's on the video, the person who's on Facebook. They look at you. Who is this person trying to sell this product to me? Do I believe in them? Or do I believe what they're talking about? Or are they consistent? Are they serious? Those are going to be the things that's going to determine whether or not they join you in business, right? Because you're the most important process. You're the most important piece. So I say to focus on having a good heart, right? You may say, like, people oftentimes are scared of the sales profession because they don't have the good intentions. You got to have good intentions. If you have good intentions, every part of your business is going to be pure. And if your business is built on a foundation of integrity, and it's built on a foundation of truth, and it's built on a foundation of helping other people, you will never fail in business. You will never, ever fail in business. All you can do is continue to help people. All you can do is continue to grow your credibility. Right? But when people have the wrong intention, they're trying to get over on people and they're trying to trick people, right? And they're trying to lie to people. That's when the sales profession gets messed up. That's when people get the wrong impression of what it's truly about. So you got to build your character, right? Like the self-development training, that's building my character as a person, right? The self-development training in National Wealth Center is making me a better person. It's helping me manage my time better. It's helping me manage my business better. It's just making me a better person, which is in turn making me a better salesperson, right? Because if I better myself, the viewpoint of the person, the prospect, is going to be better of me, right? Which I'm sure that makes sense. So you got to focus on really just having a balance and having a good heart, right? Having good intentions for somebody. Because if you truly believe what you're selling can help somebody, you will be a better salesperson, salesman, or saleswoman. If you don't believe or know why something you're selling can help somebody, then you're going to be poor at selling because you don't even know how what you're selling is valuable. You don't even realize maybe you haven't even went through the products, right? And if you don't go through the products and learn from them, how can you tell and be excited to somebody else how great the products are, right? So part of being a salesperson, a major part of it is character, building up your inner being as a person, your moral values, your ethics. All of this stuff matters. It plays a big part in business because you're not going to do business with somebody who's unethical. You're not going to do business with somebody who seems to have an ulterior motive, or somebody who's not confident, or you're not going to do business with somebody who's not serious on their vision, right? They're not focused and they're not really doing what they're supposed to be doing. You're not going to do business with that person, right? So this is all an inside game. This whole business is all truly an inside game. It takes a while for this to click for so many people, which is why I talk about it over and over and over again. If you get on my videos, if you watch anything I do, what's up, Z? How's it going, Z? I feel awesome. I feel honored that you're actually watching my videos and plugging in. I hope you're doing good today. But yeah, like I was saying, like, you know, this business is like it's the most secure business. Like, it's the most secure business. Like, you know, because once you have the skill set down, you can never go broke. That's just the truth of it. You know the skill set, you have it down, and you can never go broke again. Honestly, like, you'll be at a position where you'll make, every time you spend money, you got the money coming right back into your bank account, right? Why? Because you mastered sales. You mastered your closing ability, right? See, people always have the negative viewpoint of a salesperson. Oh, but if you're selling something to somebody that they need or want, it's not a very bad business model. It's a win-win situation. It's a win-win. Here's why it's a win-win situation. It's a win-win situation because the person bought from me, I got paid, so I'm happy, and the person now has a product or service that's bettering their life. So they've won and they're happy as well, right? See, if you want to make more sales, you have to become more valuable, right? Because the more valuable you are, the more the price of whatever it is you're selling becomes more appealing, right? See, it's not about like, oh, something's too expensive or anything. It doesn't matter about the price of any good. There's people out there who buy $2,000 shirts, $10,000 sneakers. There's people out there who buy $100,000 watches. There's people out there who buy $400,000 cars. So is it really price that's the issue in the sales market? No, it's not price. It's the matter of getting people to understand the value of something. The more somebody understands the value of something, the more the price makes more sense. I'm perfectly fine. How much is this coconut water? This coconut water, I believe in the supermarket that is as $1, just $1, right? I wanted this coconut water more than I wanted the dollar. That's why I paid for it. I'm gonna say it again. I wanted this coconut water more than I wanted the dollar. That's why I paid for it. Right? I don't care. That's how sales work. If it was a penny, this is a dime, right? Look at this dime right here. I'm sorry. Look at this dime right here, right? You see this dime, right? If something is a dime, right? If something costs a dime, I have to want whatever that something is more than I want the dime. Right? And once you understand that and you start to get your mind open to that perspective in business, you will make sales all day long. You understand money and how money works and why you don't have to work a job if you don't want to. If you want to be free the rest of your life, you can be. You just got to learn some stuff and get better at the skills, and you'll be financially free. You'll have a better life than most people in the world. But you have to realize how sales work. People buy stuff because they want whatever they're buying more than they want the money. They want whatever they're buying more than they want the money. It's a trade-off. So you got to get people to understand that, look, this is more valuable and beneficial than the dollar you're spending on it. Right? It's more valuable and beneficial than the dollar you're spending on it. Once you get people to realize that and they understand the value and the benefits of what you're selling, now they don't have a problem pulling out their credit card to buy. Now they don't have a problem saying, yes, I'm ready to get started with you. Yes, let's do this. I'm ready. Why? Because they understand that the value of what you're selling is more than what they want than them wanting to keep the money, right? And that's everything. Think about why people spend $200 on sneakers. They want the sneakers more than they want the money. Why do people spend $700 on iPhones? They want the iPhone more than they want the money. What is the iPhone going to do for them? What is the sneaker going to do for them? That's what they're focused on. What's in it for me? See, when you get in business, you have to change your perspective from a mindset of a buyer to a mindset of a seller and an entrepreneur, right? But selling is not convincing. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. I don't sell. I don't convince. I'm not in the business of convincing. And in fact, if I have to convince you too much, I won't even talk to you no more, right? I don't convince. I sell, which means I show people the benefits of how something can help them in their life and the situation they're in. That's all I do. I provide a solution to what people need. They need a solution. They're in a problem. I provide the solution to their problems. If you look at your business the same way, you won't have problems making sales, right? So that's basically it, guys. If you want to get better with sales and stuff like that, I recommend getting the self-development product in National Wealth Center and really immersing yourself in that product so you could get mentally driven, right? And you could get a positive mindset, an abundant mindset, because like I said, if you work on you, you're the centerpiece of any type of strategy you're doing. If you work on you, you will make more sales, you will have more success, right? Those who take heed to this information, they'll be life-changing for them, right? This could be worth $1 million to the person listening to this and actually taking heed to every word that I utter. But this is the truth, right? This is the holy grail. If you don't believe me, just look at the sales I make every single day in my business. You don't gotta listen to what I'm talking about, right? You can just see proof. You can see proof. I know what I'm doing. I'm not talking BS, right? Those who listen get results, and those who choose not to listen, well, then, hey, I guess you just, I don't know what to tell you, but if I had somebody who was there to tell me the secrets and there to tell me the truth and how to change my life and how to change my bank account and how to quit my job and how to become financially free, if I had that, I'd be so happy, right? And I do have that. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I do have that. I have mentors and stuff like that. I have people that I listen to every day who are more successful than me, who are getting more results than me, and I'm happy. I'm grateful for them. I'm blessed. I feel appreciative of them, because if it weren't for them, my life wouldn't be changing. If it weren't for them being open and being a beacon of light to me, to show me the ropes and to teach me what they've learned, I wouldn't be where I am today, guys. So always realize that if you have a teacher or a mentor, that's priceless, priceless. Most people in the business don't have a sponsor. They don't have a teacher or a mentor to give them this extra information, give them this extra value, right? Most people, if you look at this business, most people are just like a chick with no end, jumping from company to company, trying to figure it out, right? They think it's the business opportunity, right? So they keep jumping around, trying to find like the secret, right? They have focused on, right? They have some building and they keep around, keep searching for the secret, right? You don't have to keep searching for the secret when it's right within you. It's already there, guys. So without any further value from this video, comment value from this video. Let me know what you learned. Let me know where you're from, what's tuning in, guys. And I will see you guys later on. Have an awesome day. I think tomorrow I'll be releasing a new closing video. So stay tuned. Peace.